Nissan Champ bakkie. So it's quite awesome to have this bakkie on the channel, seeing that it's the first bakkie. And it's not just any 1400, this is actually a work 1400. So it's quite unique. I'm excited, and the owner's actually letting me drive it as well, so I'm super excited for that. So before we go on, please do remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And we have reached over 8,000 subscribers, so thank you to everyone. And yeah, please do subscribe, do like and comment on the video. We have the owner here, so his name is Tariq, and he's brought me this Nissan Champ bakkie, so I'm really appreciative about it. So yeah, so Tariq, just tell me a bit about the bakkie. Give me the storyline.
You know, like I was a young boy still, and then my uncle used to do. He's the only one from the family that does racing and everything, and he had a Datsun that time with a 3T in.
Yeah.
And then every time we had to go for a drive, I would go with him or so, and then they would ask if we come back, and then my grandpa would ask, "It is vandaag gereden?" And I was like, "No, Dad, I didn't drive fast." And then that's where everything started. And after that, they had like 1400s modified and so, and with side drives, and dude just drive me crazy. But they had a bakkie with a 4GE turbocharged in.
Sure.
That was the ultimate.
So that's where your love grew for the 1400 motor?
From the beginning. And this bakkie was his, and I was on school that time, and then he sold it to my uncle.
Serious?
And then in Caledon, and then I made a plan so I can go get it back.
I'm sure a lot of people want to know about this 1400. There's no ordinary 1400. So yeah, just give us the breakthrough on what you've done.
Like I tell everybody, if I get them, it's just a normal 1400. But I did the block. I bought it to 60 thou. Took 0.3 from the block and 0.7 from the head. That makes a more. And I did the intake valves, 3 angle cut it. And my uncle took the exhaust valves for polishing, just to make it equal and so. And then I have a 280 cam in with a 38 Weber 29 stroke and power flow front to back.
So that's all you done on the motor?
That's all.
So you could say it's a fully worked motor, or what?
You can say so, yes.
Like, why did you choose to keep this 1400 motor in the bakkie?
Like, this is my first vehicle of my own.
Yeah.
So my uncle, what I saw what these bakkies did in the past, I wanted to achieve the same. But none of these 1400s was 60 thou ever in the block. I was the first. That's the first bakkie we're doing that we did 60 thou pistons in. And the stuff I see, okay, people think 1400s is just 1400s. But if they must YouTube or Google whatever, they'll see in America they fuel injection the stuff and turbocharge and they make 400 kilowatt on the 1400 engine.
But that's obviously like with work internals and everything.
Yeah, and I already have all the spices you need.
So you basically have the baseline to turbocharge it now, no?
That's the whole point of, if I'm not gonna go beams, I'm gonna go fuel injection turbocharge.
So Tariq is actually gonna give me the opportunity to drive this bakkie. I'm quite excited. Yeah, so let's see how it goes. No power steering. Okay. Reverse is to the back.
Yeah.
Obviously, like you said, the motor is like worked and stuff, and like you can go further with this motor. So what further plans do you have on the motor?
Like I told you earlier on, I would like to go fuel injection turbocharge on this thing, but the main ingredient that's still needed in this bakkie is the 1500 crank.
Oh, okay.
You must get 1500 inch, but it's only imported.
Serious?
Yeah, so they take the 1500 crank and in here, then they fuel injection and turbocharge. Because everybody goes beams VVR, everything. A guy did my my dream conversion on Killarney with the K24 in the Champ.
Yeah, I've seen that Bakkie.
So I want to speak with the big guys with the VVRs, and so with the 1400 engine when it's fuel injection turbocharged.
That will be interesting, no?
Something different.
If money wasn't a problem, would you keep this motor and like work it even more, like you said, like put the turbocharger on and put the fuel injection in, or will you just like do a full swap?
I would do it and see what I make in Cape Town, because there's no 14 I know of here in Cape Town that is fuel injection turbocharged. Maybe we were thinking about putting a bottle just on.
Serious?
Yeah, but I was just scared I'll break something, and because it's lost already 60,000. But if I must do a conversion and money is not a problem, I'll go 102J.
No, I think I've seen one 2J.
But
that was like, that was last year. I think there was a video.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out this year or something like that. But I think it broke or so on the dyno somehow. What
power is the Bakkie making?
At the dyno now, at the moment, it made 67, 68 kilowatt.
Sure.
And we still need to do the jets, because the jets is not like, make example, it has to be 145 and 155. Now mine is 130 and 180. So the fueling is not it's not right yet.
So you are capable of pushing out more.
Yes, and I wanna go electronic distributor, and I wanna take the fan off and put it on the radiator in front, because that's all stuff that's still keeping this motor behind.
No. Although some of you guys might think that that's a little kilowatts, that's actually a lot for this 1400. Because if I'm not mistaken, you said that this 1400s make around 30 kilowatts.
35, 36 on the dyno. Standard.
Standard, no? So that is quite impressive with this Bakkie. And seeing that it's so light also.
Yes.
Even a normal 1400, that's pretty nippy.
When I lock the wheel,
you can
kick the wheels.
Perfect.
Has this Bakkie ever been on Killarney?
Nope, nothing.
No?
Because when I got the Bakkie, it was in the middle of Corona.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting for Killarney to open and stuff.
Yeah, it's sad, yo.
Because it's my dream to actually drive there and see what time I can make with a 1400.
Yeah, yo. What time do you think you'll make?
I can't say, because people say, no, I drove 13s and all that, and they get
people on the road.
Eaten alive here on the road.
That's different, that's way different.
Big difference, yeah.
Setup, I'm sure there's like the setup overseas, obviously. But have you actually seen times from overseas what they run?
If I can be honest with you now, I think it was a 1500 engine that I did, and I think it was in Joburg. I think it did like a 13 or so.
Serious?
Fuel injection.
Sure.
Fuel injection. Oh, there was one with side drafts on it, I know, but that was brand new side drafts. Everything is brand new. Like here by us, you don't get side drafts anymore with. It's like not worked on, nothing, like fresh side drafts. That's why I went 38 rather.
If you're gonna get fresh, you're gonna pay a lot.
Yeah, like if you wanna get some, I see there's a guy in England, Harris Performance or something, like, people can go Google it. He only builds 2-liter Kent engines with side drafts. That stuff drive 12s.
But don't the people use bike carbs with this motors?
That makes a noise.
No?
A lot of noise.
Take us through what you done in the exterior and stuff. Obviously it's like keeping it original, but I can see this stuff done.
Like when I bought the Bakkie, it was like a clean 1400. And what did I do? I put a tail up on, LED lights, new rims, mud flaps, this by the window, and smash and grab the back window. There was a slide window in, and then I put the straight window in, and like the guides and what was it still? And the exhaust I must obviously put on with the modifications, but the exhaust was on already when the bakkie was standard, so I was preparing myself already to do the engine, and that's about it.
Do you plan on making this like a JDM look type of bakkie, like with the mirrors in front and stuff like that?
Nope.
No,
I'm trying to keeping it like a sleeper.
Is a spec.